at the Monmouth County SPCA with a pit bull named Kermit, and I am Susan Davis, animal physical therapist. I'm going to be showing you basic anatomy of a dog, and I just also want to mention that physical therapy is never a substitute for veterinary care. You should always have your pet checked out by a veterinarian, right, Kermit? And make sure they're healthy before you do any kind of physical therapy. All right, so with a dog, we'll start off with their spine. They have 7 vertebrae in their neck area, from here to about here. And then in their thoracic spine, where the rib cage attaches, they have 13 vertebrae. And then in the lumbar area, which is the low back, you see how mean pit bulls are. The lower part of the spine has 7 vertebrae. And then their tail is actually a series of small little vertebrae connected. All right, Kermit, let's show everyone your front limbs. All right, so basically a dog's front limbs are like a human being's arms. If you were to get on all fours, you would have your shoulder, elbow, and wrist. It's the same with the dog. The shoulder joint is here, the middle joint is their elbow, and the bottom joint, whoop, Kermit, is their wrist, except it's called a carpus joint. If you happen to have my book, follow along on page 30, and it shows a diagram with all the names of the joints. So you have shoulder, elbow, and carpus. Kermit, you're doing great. Yeah. So now in the hind legs, you have the hip, the knee, and the hock. So we'll let Kermit lay down for a minute while we talk about those. Well, Kermit's going to do whatever he's going to do. Okay, buddy. So the hip joint is right here. The knee, which is called the stifle, is in the middle. And then the bottom joint is the ankle or hock. Right, Kermit? Come over here, buddy. I've got a treat for you. Because we're going to show the folks that are watching about the hock. Come here, sweetie. Come on up here. So some people ask me why the dog's knees bend backwards back here, but that's because it's actually not their knee. That's their heel up in the air. The dog stands like a woman wearing high heels with the heel up. And that's to allow them to push off and jump and spring into action. So what appears to be a backward bending knee is actually the heel of the hock, which is right here. That's the hock. So you have hip, stifle, and hock. And the stifle joint is where the cruciate ligament is, where they often can tear. So that's a basic anatomy. Thanks for joining us.